Coming to our income tax class, today we are going to discuss about retrenchment compensation. See, so far we have discussed the exemptions for gratuity, pension, leave encashment. Then, in continuation to that, now today we are going to discuss about retrenchment compensation and how exemption is claimed for that retrenchment compensation. Exemption is possible under section 10(10)(b), right? Please have one common idea. Normally that exemption is under section 10. Okay, so for these things that comes under section 10. Here, what is retrenchment? See, in general purview, we know what is that retrenchment. Retrenchment means termination. A person is relieved from one particular service, then it is called as retrenchment. Retirement is different, retrenchment is different. Because of the age, a person got retired. Because of the completion of that agreement or completion of the work, a person got relieved. That is different. Whereas in case of the retirement, the person retrenchment, a person is relieved from the service. Termination of employee by the employer for reasons, for specified reasons, that is called a retrenchment. Okay, and normally retrenchment is compensated with some amount of payment given to the employee, because the person is got retrenched. A person is retrenched by the company, by the employer, then he cannot get the salary after the retrenchment. So that deficit is compensated with some compensation as per the law. Under what law? Industrial Disputes Act under 1947 he can claim the compensation. That compensation is liable for tax that attracts the tax. And if it attracts the tax, is it possible to claim the exemption for the assessee? Yes, very well he can claim the exemption. It is under section 10(10)(b). How? One, actual amount what he received. That is, at the time of retrenchment, he is compensated with some 10 lakhs. He is given with some 2 lakhs, even 50,000. That what the amount of compensation actually he received. And the notified amount, here the notified amount that comes to 5 lakh rupees. Okay, that notified limit that comes to 5 lakh rupees. Then third one condition, which is 15 days average pay. What is that 15 days average pay? That we already discussed. 15 days in the sense 15 by 26. Okay, 15 by 26 into monthly salary what he received. And another one is for every completed years of service, continuous years of service. That is, continuous years of service in the sense the service in excess of 6 months. Average pay in the sense completed years of continuous service. It is mentioned that continuous years of continuous service. For 20 years a person worked in the company. That 20 years, some 2 more years he worked, again he relieved, and 5 years he worked, again he relieved. Like that, if he is having a 20 years or 25 years, that should not be considered. So 15 days average pay for each completed years of service or part thereof in excess of 6 months. So excess of 6 months, that should be also be considered. Then least of these three things, the least value is claimed as exemption. That is possible. And another one important point, you should know what is called a salary. Right? What is a salary? See, normally we know very well in HRA we had a different meaning for salary. Salary, DASB, commission on turnover. In RFA we had a different meaning. Plus, along with these three things, plus all the taxable allowances. For PF, only basic salary, DASB, commission on turnover, RPF. So like that we had a different meaning. Here the term salary that refers to remuneration capable of being expressed in terms of money, that is, plus all allowances including DA as workman is for being time entitled, is being entitled to. So, any travel concession, any commission payable on the promotion of sales. So, what are the amounts received by the worker, right? What are the amount received by the worker in connection with this? Then, but at the same time, we should also keep in mind certain points should not be considered for salary under retrenchment compensation. One, any bonus received. Number two, contribution to a retirement benefit scheme, and gratuity payable on termination of his service. So these things, except these three items, all other things considered for taking that payment, that is the salary payment. Okay, then another one is calculation of average salary should be made as in case of a monthly paid 3 completed calendar months we have to take. In case of a monthly salary 3 months for a calendar year we have to take. In case of a weekly payment, so that should also be keep in mind, because since this is related to the worker, so we have to take 3 monthly payments, and another one is weekly payment. In case of a weekly payment, then we have to take for 4 complete weeks. For 4 weeks payment we have to take it as average salary. And in case of a daily wages, daily paid workman, then 12 full working days we have to consider for the computation of average salary. So if it is a monthly salary, 3 months should be taken, last 3 months should be taken for average, and weekly salary, then we have to take number of weeks. For 4 weeks completed weeks we have to take, 4 completed weeks we should take, and daily wages 12 full working days we have to take. So these are the conditions attached with this, and the least value is considered as average exemption for retrenchment compensation. So first we should keep in mind clearly, it is because of the termination of an employee other than the punishment. Then any amount of compensation received under industrial dispute is eligible under this. Then quantum of exemption is calculated, it should be calculated based on the list of 3 things, that is exemption. Average monthly salary into 15 days divided by 26 days for each years of continuous service that we have to take.